Salvete omnes, hodie legemus partam vigente quator de libero quius nomen est Ritchie's Fābulae Facilēs. Incipiamus. Pars vigenti quator. Fourth labor. The Erymanthian boar. Tum vero iusus est Hercules, aprum quindam capere qui illo tempore agros Erymanthios vastabat, et incolas huius regiones magnopere terebat. Hercules rem suscepit et in Arcadium profectus est. Postquam in silvam Paulum progressus est, apro occurret. Ille autem simul atque Herculum vidit, statum refugit, et timore perterritus in altum fossum se proiecit. Hercules igitur laquium quim atuleret iniecit, et summa cum difficultate aprum e fossa extraxit. Ille etsi fortiter repugnabat, nullo modo se liberare potuit, et ab Hercule ad Eurystheum vivus relatus est. So tum vero, then in fact, or you could say truly, I think in fact works better here. Then in fact, Hercules was ordered, usus est, past passive participle plus est, to capture a certain boar, and quindam there is a declension of quidam, qui illo tempore, who, meaning the boar who was wasting or destroying the Erymanthian fields, accusative plural, at that time, illo tempore, in the ablative there, and was greatly terrifying the inhabitants in Colas, so we've got the plural accusative there, of that region, huius regiones, in the genitive there. Hercules undertook the thing, suscepit rem, and set out, profectus est, into Arcadia, in Arcadium. Note, we've got the accusative here for Arcadium with in, that means into. So postquam, so after he had progressed, progressus est, into the forest a little. So Paulum means a little. Unfortunately, it's not given for you in your gloss list here, which is unfortunate. They tell you it's an adverb, but don't tell you what it means. And note here, progressus est looks like it's a passive construction, right? Past passive participle plus est. But remember, it comes from a definite verb, progredior. So it has an active meaning. So after he had progressed into the forest a little ways, he found, occurret, or he came across the boar. And note here, boar is in the dative, and that's because it's of a compound verb. So some verbs take the dative where you might expect the accusative. So he found the boar. Let's see, the gloss they give is he met the boar. However, that one, ille, meaning the boar, at the same time, simul atque, or as soon as, we've got an idiom there, he saw Hercules, he immediately, statum, fled, refugit, and terrified, threw himself, se proiecit, into a deep hole. So fossum is your hole. Altum means deep in this context. We've got in with the accusative here, so it's into a deep hole. And we're given this extra word here, timore, which is in the ablative. So we'd say, well, and because of fear, the terrified one, here perterritus is used substantively. So they don't say perterritus aper, they just say perterritus, and it's assumed what the subject is. So the terrified one threw himself into a deep hole. I assume by accident. Therefore, Hercules threw a laquium, a noose, quim atuladat, that he had brought with him, or that he had carried. So here we've got atuladat is pluperfect. It comes from afero. And note we've got the relative pronoun here because the noose is the thing he carried. So we've got the accusative there. At summa, so summa is also not in your glossary here, which is a little unfortunate. It can mean like the highest or the summation. I'd say like, and at the end with difficulty, cum difficultate, he extracted or he drew out the boar from the hole, a fossa, ablative there. So we've got that one, ile, meaning the boar. And we've got etsi, which they gloss for you as although. So although that one, meaning the boar, was fighting strongly, fortiter, that little iter tips us off, it's an adverb. How was he fighting? He was fighting strongly. In no way, nullo modo, in the ablative there, in no way was he able, potuit, to liberate or to free himself, say. And he was returned or was carried back. Haeratus est. We've got a past passive participle plus est from Hercules to Eurystheus alive. Here we've got vivus. It's another substantive use of the adjective. So you could say, and the living one was brought back from Hercules or by Hercules to Eurystheus.